Jackson observed Matthew's hurried approach with a mix of anticipation and anxiety, expecting him to address the situation. However, to Jackson's surprise, Matthew hurried past him without acknowledging his presence, leaving Jackson feeling slighted and confused. Jackson's hopes were dashed as Matthew's attention was focused elsewhere, causing Jackson to question whether Matthew had intentionally ignored him.
What's going on?
Matthew's unexpected arrival sent shockwaves through the room, his reputation preceding him, even among those like Abigail who were familiar with his family's former prominence in Hillwood.
Didn't Matthew come to see him?
Jackson's disappointment grew as Matthew began addressing others in the room, leaving Jackson feeling disregarded and insignificant.
Jackson, I don't want to talk much. Leave my hotel and I'll pretend that nothing has happened. You know me well. I'm a strict person. If you don't leave, I'll have other ways to do so.
Matthew's stern demeanor left no room for negotiation, asserting his authority over the situation.
Mr. Rells, it's not that I don't give you face. The contribution I made to your hotel in a month is at least 1 million, right?
Jackson attempted to assert his importance, citing his financial contributions to the hotel, but Matthew remained unfazed.
I don't care about 1 million. As for why Damon doesn't pay to eat here, you don't have the right to ask.
That's because he is poor.
Matthew's words cut through Jackson's attempts at justification, leaving him feeling powerless and resentful.
No wonder your family almost closed down before the auction.
Jackson's bitterness surfaced as he lashed out at Matthew, blaming him for his family's decline and questioning his management of the hotel. In the past, Jackson wouldn't have dared to criticize the Rells family, but their recent decline had emboldened him to speak out. However, Matthew's response caught Jackson off guard, leaving him feeling stunned and uncertain.
That's true. My family is indeed not doing very well now. I should review it.
Matthew's acknowledgement of his family's situation surprised Jackson, who had expected a more defensive response.
If I had known this earlier, I should have put all my attention on the enterprise.
Right. The customer is God.
Jackson assumed Matthew had recognized the importance of customer satisfaction, but Matthew's next words threw him off balance.
But I can't just choose not to apply for the McAllister Club.
McAllister Club?
Jackson's confusion grew as Matthew revealed his recent acceptance into the prestigious club.
Did you apply for it?
You can apply for an ordinary member so quickly. How did you do that?
Jackson's envy was palpable as he questioned Matthew about the application process.
An ordinary member. So it turns out that the Silver is an ordinary member. They didn't tell me at that time.
Matthew's revelation left Jackson dumbfounded, realizing that Matthew had achieved a higher status than he initially thought.
A silver member?
Jackson's shock turned to flattery as he sought to learn more about Matthew's achievement.
How did you apply for it? No. If following procedure, you won't pass it so quickly.
Jackson's tone shifted from envy to flattery as he sought to uncover the secrets behind Matthew's membership.
An ordinary application. There's a need to apply. Damon, you're really good. Can't you ask me to apply for it by myself? Why do you invite me in?
Matthew's teasing response left Jackson speechless, realizing that Damon had played a role in Matthew's membership.
Matthew? I don't know what benefits Damon has given you. However, you told me that he invited you to join the McAllister Club. This is amazing. You are a silver member, so the person who invited you must be at least gold.
Jackson's attempt to downplay Damon's role in Matthew's membership was met with skepticism.
Look at him. He doesn't look like a gold member at all.
Jackson's attempt to belittle Damon's status only revealed his own insecurity and envy. Jackson turned his attention back to Abigail, determined to prove Damon's unworthiness in front of Matthew.
Abigail, aren't you Damon's classmate? Come on, let me tell you whether Damon is a gold member or not. Or he is not qualified to be a gold member.
Abigail's heart sank as Jackson directed his attention towards her, torn between her loyalty to Damon and her fear of offending Jackson.
He is the poor one in our class. Although he works hard, it's of no use in ordinary times. His family has no money for him to study, so he has to go out to work. In addition, he...
Abigail's voice faltered as she struggled to find the right words, her gaze shifting to Damon for guidance.
Tell me, I'll back you up. Besides, Mr. Rells is not a person who doesn't know the rules.
Jackson's excitement was palpable as he anticipated Abigail's response, eager to discredit Damon in front of Matthew.
He stole something from my supermarket, 1 or 2 times.
Jackson's excitement reached new heights upon hearing Abigail's revelation, relishing the opportunity to tarnish Damon's reputation in front of Matthew.
Damon, is this true?
Matthew's shock quickly turned to concern as he sought clarification from Damon.
Yes, it's true.
Damon's admission left Matthew feeling conflicted, torn between his loyalty to his friend and his sense of justice.
Okay, I see. Now it's your turn to leave.
Jackson's disbelief was evident as he struggled to comprehend Matthew's demand for his departure.
What the fuck, you want me to get out of here?
Then what do you want to do? You provoked my buddy, so I can play with your life now.
Matthew's serious tone left no room for negotiation, prompting Jackson to take drastic action.
Well, Mr. White, come and help me deal with it.
Jackson's call for backup sent a shiver down Abigail's spine, signaling the escalation of the situation into something far more dangerous than she had anticipated. Simon White, a member of one of the 4 great families in Hillwood, held significant influence and power in the city. Jackson's company was one of Simon's most important business ventures, and Simon had always shown unwavering support for Jackson, vowing to assist him with any problem as long as it wasn't catastrophic. However, the situation took an unexpected turn when Simon arrived on the scene, his demeanor conveying a sense of urgency and seriousness.
Matthew, you're screwed. Why don't you bow your head? I'm not going to let you go for such a person.
Jackson's confidence faltered in the presence of Simon, realizing that his previous assurances of support might not hold true in this situation. Abigail, feeling panicked and desperate to diffuse the tension, urged Damon to apologize to Jackson and consider Matthew's reputation.
Damon, don't offend him anymore. Apologize to Jackson. Matthew is your friend. You should think about him.
Damon, however, remained steadfast in his resolve, challenging Abigail's perception of his future.
Have you ever thought that I would be rich?
Abigail, uncertain whether Damon's words were genuine or simply a dismissal of her concerns, reiterated the power of the White family's influence.
I believe that no matter how rich you are, you can't go against the White family. Jackson often puts a video in the company. Simon told him that the White family will help him as long as the sky doesn't collapse.
Damon's response hinted at a hidden agenda, leaving Abigail intrigued and apprehensive about the unfolding events.
Abigail, if you have time now, you can go to the hospital to see Tiffany. Although she hasn't woken up yet, she should miss you very much. Also, I'll show you how the people you used to look down on will make the sky collapse today.
Damon's cryptic words hinted at a plan in motion, just as Simon arrived at the Lone Pine Hotel, his expression shifting upon seeing Damon.
Mr. Hemsworth, you're here? I'm Simon. Do you still remember? It doesn't matter if you don't remember. I just want to be familiar with you.
Simon's abrupt change in demeanor reflected a newfound respect for Damon, recognizing him as a force to be reckoned with rather than a mere opponent.